Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Classics Optimus Prime. Yes, I'm reviewing another Classics figure. It's just that I think the Classics toy line is actually pretty cool. Because, well, it's unlike the current War for Cybertron trilogy, where it's pretty much just new toys of characters. The Classics toy line was actually like remixes, where it was still G1 characters, but they look different from how they normally look. I mean, if I had Earthrise Prime and I put him next to this figure, I don't have Earthrise Prime right now, but if I had Earthrise Prime and I put him next to this figure, you would see how different they are. Earthrise Prime is pretty much just a new posable figure of G1 Prime, whereas this is like a remix of G1 Prime with a more, I wouldn't say modern because this is from 2006, but modern for the time truck modes. I'm not really sure what kind of truck this is, if it's based on one, if it's based on an actual truck, but it is pretty cool. So let's just have a look at the truck modes. It does have this thing on the top, and if you don't like it, you can remove it. It's a bit hard to do, but oh, there we go. It does leave you with this, although it does reveal his head, so let's just keep that on. There we go. I don't really see any gas tanks, so instead they're replaced with these flaps, which we'll see for the transformation. Yeah, there's no gas tanks on the side like you'd see on a G1 Prime figure. There's no trailer hitch, because this guy didn't come with a trailer. Got the smokestacks, and these actually do form something in the robot mode, which you'll see soon. On my copy, this bit's broken, but that's minor. Here we have the front bit with the windows and the grill section. The underneath, which doesn't have any robot junk underneath, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for this guy's truck modes. As I said, this is more of a reimagining of a G1 Prime truck mode than it is a new version of it. So that's why it looks really different from how it normally does. Now, let's get on with the transformation. And to start off, let's do a bit of parts forming. Well, you're meant to remove the smokestacks section first. On my copy, these bits come off really easily, but that's actually rather annoying. But yeah, the smokestacks come off, and they're meant to fold into an actual gun section, you see. And with this, you can either leave it on or take it off for the transformation. I'm gonna take it off, and sorry, that's my dad trying to play with my dog. Sorry if you can hear that. Yeah, sometimes my parents can be a bit intrusive, but they don't do it on purpose though. But well, trying to go back to the transformation, take this section off, and this does actually become a gun as well. So fold this around, and fold this little turret. And here we have another gun. Although on my copy, this section is really loose. I just don't get how, like, joints can get so loose. I mean, I guess it's like with, if it's like being like folded like a lot of times, but still, how? But now we're left with the standard truck. And I guess if you don't have the accessories, then this is still displayable. I mean, but so to get on with the transformation, let's take these flaps and fold them around the wheels. Take the feet and fold them up with the legs down and split them. Take these kneecaps and fold them up. Take the sides of the truck and fold them out. Like so. And take the arms and pretty much just unfold them. I don't know why, but this arm is a bit harder to do. Fold the fist out. Twist this around. And take what was the side of the truck and just fold that entire bit around. And rotate that. Do the same here. Okay, there we go. Take the bumper section, fold that up. Rotate this entire section, because here we have a fake grill section for the robot mode. Rotate the shoulders around. Come in here, open this. Come in here and get the head out. Rotate that around. Get this around. And here we go. Ooh, there we go. Here we have Prime in his robot modes. And right off the bat, you can see he's got these right on his arms. And it looks like the only way you can remove them is to somehow remove that pin there to take them off. So yeah, that's really annoying. So let's have a 360. You can still see the actual robot, the actual truck, grill section there on the back, which is funny. Looking at the head, if I can make it focus. There we go. Ooh. Just try to hold the figure steady. There we go. That's definitely Prime head with the standard face mask. And he does have light piping. It's a bit hard to see, but he does have translucent plastic there that his eyes can shine through. So he does have light piping. Now these weapons can plug into his hands. What was the smokestacks can, I guess, form some kind of ion blaster rifle. And this can become some sort of a weapon, so you can dual wield. Like so. Although if you don't want Prime holding his weapons for whatever reason, what you can do is, if I get this back to how it was, and then if I try and split that without it falling in half, you can actually try and put this on here, because it actually can't peg on. I'll just do this off camera so it's a bit easier. Hang on. Don't think I have this on correctly. I don't think I could. Yeah, I can't remember how this works, but if I can just simulate it, you can have it so it's like this, and it's on Prime's back, and then this can form some sort of like weapon. However, what I like to do is I like to put this on Prime's back, so he doesn't have that as a weapon. He just has it as a backpack. But I still display him with this as a gun. Well, I'll put this in his hands soon, but I still need to show off the articulation. Head can, of course, turn. Can look up, sort of, and look down. Arms can, of course, move. It's got elbows, which are on ratchets, it looks like. These can rotate. Of course, he can T-pose. As you can see here, he can T-pose. His waist can actually turn, which is surprising. At least for me, it's surprising, because you'd expect only this bit would turn because of the transformation. His legs can move. Of course, he's got knees. He can do the splits. Oh, these can swivel. And he's got some leg articulation thanks to the transformation. Okay, if I can just give him his gun now. There we go. And with that, this is pretty much how I display him. With this section on his back, and with this as his gun. Now, complaints. These bits. I mean, they actually spin quite freely in the robot mode, which can get really annoying. Plus, they just look out of place. I mean, I don't know what they could have done to fix this, so they would have been invisible in the robot mode. I don't really know, so I have had some people complain about the yellow in this figure, but I don't really mind it. But yeah, my only complaint is pretty much just the door flaps, but that's it. So, do I recommend this figure? Well, I'd say, yeah, but only if you like the Classics line, or if you're an Optimus Prime collector. I say that as, this guy would have been amazing back in the day, but this guy's outdated now, because we've got tons of generations and, well, just tons of posable Optimus Prime figures nowadays, but say you like collecting those kinds of Prime figures from the Generations and Classics lines. If so, I definitely do recommend this figure. Because, well, even though he is, like, what, 15 years old now or something. I still think this figure is amazing, even though it's a bit outdated. I mean, sure, it's got a bit of parts forming, the door flaps are a bit annoying, but it's just still a cool looking figure, so I still recommend it. Well, this has been my review on the Classics Optimus Prime, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.